Hello there, I'm Garry Foster and welcome to episode 6 of What Price Victory. And in today's episode we're featuring Western Sydney Wanderers against the Central Coast Mariners. Now this is a slight change to what was previously advertised because of a operator error when recording the Brisbane Roar game, which was previously advised. So I thought I'd pressed all the right buttons, but I didn't check the lights. So the Brisbane Roar game wasn't recorded, unfortunately. But when you last left us, Perth Glory were our last victims. Since then, we had a couple of terrible results. One was a 2-0 home loss to Melbourne Victory, and even worse was to follow, where we had a 4-0 away loss to Adelaide United. Now, in both these games, we were absolutely pathetic. It didn't matter what tactic that was played. We all played, everyone across the board played appallingly. So I think we still could have been playing those games and we wouldn't have scored a goal. In the following game, we were away to Macarthur FC, and we had a 2-1 victory. Once again, that was pretty scratchy, but we had Petrados to thank, who had come on as a sub, who's scoring the winner in the 89th minute. The game that was originally scheduled, we were away to Brisbane Roar, and we played reasonably well in that, so the wheels started to turn a little bit, and Abini and Petrados, they were our goal scorers in that particular game. So that brings us to the game, today's game against Central Coast Mariners. But since then, I've been pretty busy in the transfer market, mainly releasing a lot of players who have been on extraordinarily, or what I think is extraordinarily expensive part-time contracts. So a lot of these have been released on, well, not released, put on the transfer list, and as you can see, a number of offers have been accepted for these players. They're all youngsters, but their potential ability wasn't all that great. And as I said, it was some extraordinarily expensive part-time contracts for players that were playing in our number 2 team. And as you can see down the bottom there, Tomar Ahmed has accepted end of contract deal to return to his homeland is in Israel. He'll be leaving us at the end of the season, so that means that the scouting staff and myself in particular will be looking for a replacement striker. Got a couple of options in our reserve team, our number 2 team, but I think we need an experienced striker up front. So we'll go to the squad for today's game, but sorry, just a slight deviation. Raymond Aziz has come in, as has Connor Metcalf. His transfer has just been finalised, and they're going to be 2 good additions to our midfield lineup. And as you can see, we've got Mejas in goal, Tarore Wilmering, who's probably at the last chance saloon here. He's had some extremely poor games with us, and took him aside and had the cranky pants on and told him to pull his finger out for the next game. So eyes on him this time for a good performance. But Bailey Wright and Ziggy Gordon complete defence. Metcalf, who is starting but probably will only get half a game out of him. Bacchus and Antonis complete a flat 3 midfield trio. Terese and Abini are wide attacking players with Hamed up front. Okay, we'll submit the team. Connor Metcalf, midfield, can have number 70 for no particular reason. Accept that. And right. Okay, so confirmation of the teams. We'll go to the dressing room. We'll be a little bit assertive. We're doing well, we're on a good run. Keep it going, shall we? The tunnel interview can be done by the assistant, and we can kick off. So Connor Metcalf has a little bit of history with me. He was in the victory save in FM21, so he's well known to me. So I've got my fingers crossed there that he'll be able to do a job for us in midfield. He's also on a scholarship, which means he falls outside the salary requirement. So that's good news indeed. So Central Coast with the header. He gets charged down. I thought there might have been a shout for a penalty there. There looked to be a little bit of a jerkiness in the play, but Abini's on the ball now. He's drifted over to the left and ended up getting tackled. So I'll be nursing Metcalf and Aziz through these opening games, but as I said, I expect big things from both players. Aziz actually had some time in the Spanish First Division, so here's Abini out on the right. His more preferred side, but he's just gone down like a bag of shit, I think. What's he done? Sniper. His fitness hasn't deteriorated. He's okay, so we'll just call play on. I'll keep an eye on his conditioning, but he's just gone down like a sniper in the crowd. Is he still down? He's still down, so I don't really know what's happening here, but we'll let play go on. Oh, straight at Medhurst. So I'll just change that mentality to positive. I'm not quite sure why it had blipped back. I might have changed in the last couple of games, but the ball's been kicked out, and now Abini has been picked up an injury. So potential foot injury. So we'll bring Petratos on for Abini. So give the team talk. Sorry, confirm sub, and we'll press play. Okay, so hopefully that's not a terribly long-term injury for Bernie, because good things come from him and our attacking trio. But Hamed, can he do a little dinky chip? I think he did, but I think the goalkeeper had originally had it covered and was deflecting it at wide of the goal. Okay, so Therese with the corner. Swung in low. No real threat, but Bailey Wright can pick it up and reset. And we go into another Therese with a free kick. It's always swinging wide, so no chance of getting excited about that shot. Not much in this. We were slight favourites, I think only because we had the home ground advantage. So expecting a good performance from these boys, because we've been up and down like a fiddler's elbow. We've had some good wins, and we've had some pretty poor performances. At Goddard coming through, not picked up, but poor finish. Hamed can't find Therese. So Mariners on the attack. We seem to have enough red shirts, although Mariners have poured forward. Oh, and left him unmarked and wide. Right, it'd be good to get into half time, because I'm really not liking the shape. But here we have Hamed on the ball back to Bacchus, so it's going to be hard for Therese to get to. Therese to get to. Long ball up, should be cleaned up by defence. Oh, okay, Bailey Wright calm under pressure. And Turnus and Bacchus. So Bacchus with a Oh, it turned out a good ball, but not so good there from Traore, but even worse from the Mariners' defence. So that looked a little bit unorganised, but we couldn't capitalise. Okay. Not too many chances for both sides. Just seems to be played in the midfield at the moment. Oh, slow defence. Oh, and there's the opening goal just before half time, so it means the Cranky Pants will be well and truly on. Got a very static back four. Yep, we saw what it was. Mariners might be out for revenge because we'd beaten them in the FFA Cup final and early on in the league. But at our home ground, I would have been expecting a better performance. Petrardo slips it through and from a very, very narrow angle gets the equaliser. Okay, so those Cranky Pants might have to be put on hold for a little while. Teresa, long cross. Petrados picks it up. Got a return ball from Gordon, who beat the keeper on the near post from an acute angle. So, yeah, probably disappointing from the keeper's point of view to concede that goal. So the dressing room won't be cranky, but don't keep us going to get the win. Whether or not we deserve it or not might be a little bit problematic, but we'll see how it all pans out. Right. XG sort of tells us it's a pretty tight game. That was a pretty poor ball, so the scraps are picked up by Gordon to Antonis. Back to Petrados again, who can find a little bit of room. There's Hamed with a dinky little glancing header. So I'll start to be looking at Metcalf, who's not playing too badly. I'll just give a little bit of a shout to Wilmering. He's not playing well. So Hamed on the ball. It holds it up. Petrados, I think, had gone in field but didn't get the return pass. Teresa, and now offside. Okay, rather lucky with that, I think. Okay, Wilmering. Teresa back to Metcalf on the ball, holds it up, turns it back to Traore. Hemmed in by the sideline here, so we need to find a little bit of width, maybe by switching the play. Bacchus, Hamed, who's come back deep, and a poor ball, so we've given it away in a dangerous position. Although he hadn't committed too many players forward. Okay, Hamed, Metcalf, there, Hamed, can he get in through? Yes he can. Can he finish? Yes, no. Yes, no, no, no. Disappointing finish. Disappointing finish. So Petrados, Antonis, back to Gordon. Nice little play, Antonis with a ton of room, measured cross, Hamed up, and wide again from Hamed. And he's making the chances. Surely he's got to get one of these on goal. If they do get him on goal, they will be an expectation that he will score. seem very compressed. Can Metcalf get behind the players? He can. Back to Traore. Bacchus. Petratos, who brings rain. Right. Make a second sub. I made it a little bit later than normal. I mean, I was looking at subbing Metcalf, but see if we can nurse him through his first game. He's playing well. Petratos in a bit of space. Come on, we need to demand more. We've got 12 minutes to go. Okay, Yuli with some fresh legs. Metcalf is now bottoming out, so I will sub him off. Played 80 minutes, which is more than what I had planned, but that injury in the first half to Bernie Abini wasn't good. And Metcalf gets bowled over. 2-footed challenge, is that going to be a card? It looks, was that a red card? Yes, it was. Nazarene, not to be. Okay, Traore bringing the ball forward, but I think time might beat us. Easily cut out. Easily cut out again. And there we have it, 1-1. Yeah, look, Hamed had a lot of chances there, but he couldn't bury them, so that was a little bit disappointing. Anyway, 1-1 on the leaderboard. Also been embarrassed by it. We should have won that match. We must improve. Continue. So we've slipped position. No, we're still in 5th position, but we've played a lot more games than what the other teams have around us. So we'll go to that. So as I said, this will be a standalone game. We'll come back. I'll play the Melbourne City, Western United and Wellington Phoenix games offline, and come back for the Asian Champions League Eastern Conference preliminary round, first preliminary round qualifying. So yeah, 1, 2, 3 games offline and back for the Asian Championship game against TC Sports. So I'm Garry Foster. Thank you very much for watching What Price Victory, and we'll catch up with you soon. All the best now.